Hey friends, it's me, Christiana Gaudette. I am live on my YouTube channel and I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It is time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That is where you ask a specific question and I give you a specific answer. I am so happy to see all of you here today, and I want to say a special thank you to Nalini and Michelle, for starting us off with super chats and super stickers. I really appreciate your support. I also want to, oh my goodness, and we just got a super sticker from Laura T. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate that. So nice to see all of you here today. I also want to say thank you to our members. Our members are people who make a monthly commitment to this channel, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you, everyone, for what you do to keep this channel going. And thank you, all of you, for welcoming me back so graciously. It is very good to be back. Of course, I was gone for a little less than 2 weeks on my Northeastern Tarot Tour. I've got a Tampa Area Tarot Tour coming up at the end of the month. And I'll go back to Connecticut one more time this year, probably in August. All right. Let's get going. You know the drill. One question per person. Ask a specific question. I'll give you a specific answer, and I will take them in the order that I see them. The first one that I see is from Nalini. And Nalini, thank you once again for starting us off with a super chat today. Really, really appreciate that. All right. Great way to start, too. You know I like them juicy. Will things in the bedroom improve, or am I doomed? Not sure if he's lazy, selfish, or what. I love these kinds of questions. Thank you so much. And I didn't know you'd met someone. And so on one hand, I'm happy you've met someone, but let's see. So when we look at what's going on there, I think he's really into you, and he really cares about you. And he is really enjoying you, like he's having a completely different experience in the bedroom than you are. And so I'm going to say it's neither lazy nor selfish, but uninformed. I feel like the poor guy has never had anyone give him the wisdom on how this works. So I don't know if it's just inexperienced or just with women who haven't known to take agency over this. And so the question is, if you educate him, will it get better? And here's the bottom line. This cannot stand as a relationship. If this early on, this is not working, I don't care how much you care about him. I don't care how happy you are to have someone in your life. It's not going to work. And so you have to take the risk. You have to take the risk to have this conversation and to work with him. And if he's resistant and gets all up in his ego, then you see what you have to see now before you get in any deeper. And so this is not about being doomed. I mean, the relationship might be doomed, but you're not. You deserve to be treated well, and that is in all rooms of the house, including the bedroom. So he needs education. Do it gently, do it kindly, do it insistently, and, he may discover that it's more fun when you're having fun too. It may work, it may not. I cannot guarantee an outcome here. And so we say, like, well, could he just be selfish? And I don't think so. I think it may be caught up in ego. That may be what we're looking at here. But try to fix this. And you fix it with clear communication. And if that doesn't work, easier to get out sooner than later. So that's what you got to do. Good luck. All right. Diana Price, nice to see you. Thank you for being a member here. And Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thank you for being a member here. The next question I see is from Diana Price. What is the biggest, most important obstacle I need to overcome before anything else? And I think at this point, it's about thinking that there have to be obstacles. There have been so many obstacles in your life. But at this point, things are starting to move forward. So thinking about things in terms of obstacles and in terms of overcoming obstacles, right now, that might not even be the way to think about things. Think about what you want to manifest, what you want to do, what you want to enjoy. Try thinking about things in a different way. All right. Hey, Jake, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Have I missed the window to write this book, or should I continue with the final draft? I feel your pain, and I saw some other writers commiserating with you. One thing I love about the community here is not only are you here for what I can tell you through the cards, you're here to support each other, and I really appreciate that. All right. Diana, the biggest, no, we already did you. We already said don't even think about obstacles. Jake. The window to write this book or continue with the final draft. Have you missed the window to write this book? Not at all. Not at all have you missed the window. Should you continue with the final draft? Oh, heck yeah, but it's going to need even more revision. But I don't think it's going to time out. I think it's pretty timeless. Give it the time and energy it deserves. Give it the revision it deserves and make it work for you. All right, PL Day, nice to see you. My partner and I are discussing buying a house together. We have one picked out. Is this going to be a successful venture? Let's take a look. Okay, so first of all, the idea of buying a house together at this time, there's some obstacles here. The particular house you have picked out, maybe also some obstacles. I think it's fine to continue forward and see what happens, but do not be surprised if it turns out that now is not the right time. So be open to the possibilities. The advice here is if it don't fit, don't force it. Look elsewhere if you need to or make other plans. Hey, Morgan, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What is the vibe on starting a new business? What a great question. Let's take a look and see. I think that you've got some really good ideas here, but I feel like you're focused on the creative aspect of it and not so much on the logistical aspect. So be careful about logistics. Figure out what the problems are before you get there. The ideas are good, and I think you can do it. But there's a lot you haven't figured out yet. So crunch the numbers, do what you have to do there, do the research. All right, Mixuair, once again, thank you so much, Michelle, for the super sticker. Mom's Alzheimer's has declined. I'm so sorry. Dad needs help, but getting him and my bro on the phone to discuss PSW or nursing coming out is difficult. Plus, Mom's going to be upset. I'm not there, but labor is always on me. Advice. Man, that's a lot. I am so sorry you're dealing with all of that. And it just sounds so difficult. So it feels like Dad is really the key. And Dad wants to see things the way he wants to see things, not the way things are. Are you sure his cognition is okay? Could he also be in cognitive decline? Like, is this his personality, or are there issues here? Now, when we look at your brother is useless too. I'm so sorry, that sounded terrible. But you know what I mean. I mean, yes, there's a reason this is all on you, because you're the only one with 2 brain cells to rub together. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking about your family, but this is crazy. And I don't know how much of this is the situation, is that Mom was what was holding everything together and now she can't, or if there has been this family dynamic all along. But it's a difficult thing, and you're going to have to hold space for your own ancestral healing here, because you are dealing with some deep and ongoing things, not just trying to get this situation situated. So, what's the best you can do here? The best you can do here is provide a solution for them. And if they take it, they take it. If they don't take it, they don't take it. Mom is, Mom's going to be upset, but there's nothing she can do about it. There's a whole weird dynamic here, and I think it's two things. I think there was always a weird family dynamic, and I think it's gotten so much worse now that Mom is in the situation she's in. So I would say arrange the nurse or the social worker or whatever, arrange it, make it happen. If it's in your power to do so, just do it. Do what's ever in your power. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. Oh, well, you're not here for them to like it. You are here to try to help because you're the only person who seems to have the presence of mind to do it. Do not be resentful. Do your healing. Be in your place of wisdom and recognize that along with this, for you and for your entire family, is this huge grief that your mother has this very cruel disease. And that is unfortunate and it is difficult and you have to have space for that grief as well. But I think you just have to pull the trigger and do what you got to do and don't worry about ruffling a few feathers because what's really ruffling the feathers is the Alzheimer's and that's not your fault. That's not anyone's fault. But help is needed and you need to send help. And do not expect anyone in this picture to listen to reason except for you yourself. I'm sorry, but there it is. Hey, Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Allie Mammon, how are you? Could you please give me insight into my career, what my spirit team and the universe has in store for me? All right. Insight into your career. Ooh, new opportunities, new inspiration, new opportunities. What you got to do right now is make the best of difficult situations, and you might have to stick to some things that you're not really happy with. You might be able to find a good mentor, someone to help you, but one way or the other, before too long, there is new opportunity and new inspiration coming. So stick to what you have to stick with, keep a good attitude about it, but recognize there are good new things coming. Hey, Yatsuri Shop, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Horse Van Dunn, here's your question. Recently you said a spirit in my generation is with my brother on the other side to help my creativity. Any more information, male, female, any possibly identifying things? All right. I'm going to say female. And, it's interesting that it's within your generation, but it may not be someone that you were close to. It may be someone more distant. So female and more distant. And be open to the creative inspiration that comes to you from there, for sure. All right, Leslie Jones, so nice to see you. My trip was great, thank you. I can feel and just kind of know when my boyfriend feels strong negative emotions, even when we are apart and not speaking. What does that mean? So my concern is that he's your boyfriend, but sometimes you're apart and not speaking. I mean, apart, that happens. But do you mean like not speaking, like in a space of being broken up? Like what's going on there? That seems harsh. And the sense of connection that you have with him, where you are psychically connected, empathically connected, and can feel what he's feeling, I think there's real truth there. I think that's absolutely true. And I think it has to do with your empathic nature. Do not over-spiritualize this. Do not make it be like, well, since we have that connection, that means we have to be together, or that means we have a special bond. It does not mean that. It just means you're an empathic person and you feel a connection to him. But this does not dictate anything about the relationship itself. And it's interesting that you feel the strong negative emotions, not necessarily the positive ones. And if you're going to take anything away from that, it doesn't necessarily bode well in terms of his growth or in terms of the relationship, I'm afraid to say. So, you know, again, do what you got to do to try to make this work, but do not over-spiritualize this. All right, Von Ray, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. All right. I've been seeing glimpses of random shapes or shadows that aren't there. Is someone trying to communicate with me, or should I be worried? Let's see what it is. I do not think it's specific communication. I think it's more just your psychic nature being aware of the things that are flitting around us all the time. I think if someone's trying to communicate with you, you'll know it. I don't think there's anything to be worried about on any level, not in terms of mental health and not in terms of spiritual well-being. I think this happens to a lot of us, and it's just an awareness that there are many energies around us. Okay, Morgana the Great, nice to see you. I would like to know how I can get closer to my spirit guides. What a great question. Very good. Ask. Ask them to speak to you. Ask them to come into your dreams. Ask them to guide you. Just ask. Seriously. Okay, next question I see is from I. Thank you. It's good to be back. Do I have ancestors protecting me even though I don't feel a connection with my family on both sides? And I will say that ancestry can be, just in general, very protective, even if you're not in touch with your family or don't feel a connection to your family. So, and that's true for all of us. So let's see what's true for you about your ancestors. You know, I think we have to go back a few generations. You know, we may have to go back like even 6 generations. Before you get to the place where you really have strong ancestral spirit around you. There's been a lot over the past 6 generations. There have been a lot of, you know, just difficulties, generational issues, ancestral wounding. But if you go back further, you know, 6 generations and more, yes, 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 yes. So look at your family history there and know that you have a lot of strong support there. And I want to say thank you very much to Katie. Thank you for the very generous super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, the next question is Quinn Kilharius. I hope I pronounced that correctly. A few months ago, after I started my studies on the craft and on tarot, cats started randomly showing up at my house. Just a coincidence, or does it mean something? I'm going to do the reading with the cards, but every person in this room is like, oh no, that's no coincidence. Cats are just drawn to this. They really are. They can sense it and they're drawn to it, without a doubt. That's my feeling. That's my opinion, but let's see what we see in the cards. So there may be more. It's certainly not a coincidence. It happens to a lot of people, but there may be a real connection between you and Bast, the Egyptian goddess Bast, or you and cat spirits in general. So really play with this because it may be specific to you as well. Not just something that might happen to any of us, but a specific calling for you. All right, Kristen Louise, so nice to see you. Can you tell me if there is any advice my ancestor King Eric of Sweden could give me about spiritual matters? He was the last Norse pagan in my family, and that's my chosen religion. I love that. I love that question. And thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. All right. So, King Eric of Sweden, what is the advice for your progeny, your physical and spiritual progeny, Kristen Louise? Use your voice. Know your truth, speak your truth, use your voice. Do not shy away from speaking your truth and using your voice. Gemini Sun, it is so nice to see you. Thanks for being here and happy birthday to you. It's your birthday. Okay, what is the secret to my happiness? Not making it be about win and lose, not making it be about other people's opinion and happiness, knowing yourself and knowing what you want, knowing what your goals are, and allowing yourself to heal from tragedy, trauma, and loss. All of those things. All right. Author Bukowski, thanks for being here. Okay, so this is about your grandmother in spirit. I would like to know if my grandmother is angry at me. My mother and I have dreamt about her on the same nights, but while my mother has dreams about her being happy, in the dream she's angry in mine. Okay, so is your grandmother truly angry with you in spirit? I don't think so. I think the reason that you're having these dreams, I mean, the fact that you and your mom are dreaming about her on the same night, I think she really is with you. But what does this anger symbolize? I think she's frustrated with you. I don't think she's angry, but I think she's frustrated. I think she feels like you need to step into your power more. She feels like you are not feeling your strength and your power on the planet in the way that you should, and she's trying to get you to step up a little. That's what I think. It's meant to be supportive. All right, Feb born, nice to see you. Oh, interesting. So, there was a small showdown with my daughter and my mother about the relationship. Will he leave? You know, mostly your daughter is just angry now. I don't think this is going to cause him to leave. I don't think that she's going to see what y'all want her to see until she's ready to see it. I think it's good that people are kind of speaking out about the problem, but she's going to see what she wants to see until she sees what she needs to see. So I don't think this is going to hasten his departure. That's my guess. And I'm sorry you're in that place of acrimony. That's difficult. Laura T., thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member here. Thank you for the super sticker. Which card energy will be helpful to me at this time? All right. The Emperor. Finding your own strength, finding your own stability, doing what you have to do to be the leader that you need to be. Recognizing your own strength. Hey, Nesty, nice to see you. Thank you for being a member here today. Okay, hang on. I just overscrolled. Coming back. Hey, Angelic Michelle. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the super sticker. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Thank you. Okay, so we're on Nest D. Thank you so much for being a member here. How's the incident my daughter had at school going to end? Will she be okay? Let's take a look. Did I just get, like my head just got much smaller, didn't it? How do I make it bigger? Yeah, there you go. That's better. All right. Poor mouse activity. That's what that was. Okay, Nesty. The incident my daughter had at school, how's it going to end, and will she be okay? I don't think it's going to be resolved easily or quickly. And if you want a different resolution than what seems to be happening, I think you need to gently, clearly, and logically speak up to help her or teach her how to advocate for herself in that manner. Because I think there are things people are just going to try to sweep under the rug. And so you may need to bring it out. You may need to guide this. Will she be okay? This is going to be a little hard. I think she'll be okay in the long run. I think there's a lot she can learn from it, but this doesn't seem like it's going to be over easily or quickly. And so just give her the strength to get through it and to advocate for herself and do self-care as she needs. And you discuss with her what the best way is for you to advocate for her in this situation. All right? Okay. Lost in Paradise. My BF liked some post about being jealous about my former relationships. I asked him about it, but he denied and said he liked it just for the music. Was he telling the truth? There we go. All right. Was he telling the truth? Probably not. But you know what? It was probably just stupid liking. And then he got called on it and didn't really know what to say. I'm going to say let it go, let it go. It's not a big deal. It's not strategic. Sometimes we just like things without thinking about it. So don't worry about it. I don't think there was anything big there. And I think he's freaked out now. Kim Morris, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Angelic Michelle, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Next question I see. Clumsy Clairvoyance. What would be a good activity for me to do this weekend in order for me to reconnect with spirit? Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. I don't know. Go hiking. Go kayaking. Go to the beach. Do something that is just fun and easy without too much thinking. All right. Teresa Chase, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. I'd love to know when I'll meet my husband. Good question. Oh, there he is. I'm going to say within the next 12 months. I'm going to say sooner rather than later. Keep your eyes open. And you'll probably meet more than one person in that time, so you have to choose. What you want is the King of Wands. What you don't want is the King of Swords reversed. So what does that mean? You want someone who's warm. You want someone who's got a good sense of humor. You want someone who's easygoing. Karen Winkle, so nice to see you. You've been on my mind. Thanks for being a member here. Where do I go from here? So you've got some options. Let's take a look. Do you look for another job in your field? There's a part of you that would prefer not to have to do that, but there's also a part of you that wants the financial security. So, do you look for another job in your field or field adjacent? Do you just try to do your metaphysical business? I think for now, you're going to want the security of another job. Can you get another job that is in your field or adjacent that would be good? Yes, you can, but you have to look for it and you have to believe in it. Don't panic about it. Don't panic. Should you also take this as an opportunity to get your metaphysical business going? Why, yes, you should. So it's not an either or thing. It's a both. You get the metaphysical business going and you look for another job, both. And stop feeling upset about what you lost because it's not like you were happy there to begin with. Look for something better. Ask your ancestors to help you. Don't bemoan what has happened. Find the enlightenment in it. Be happy to no longer be in that space, and all will be well. Really. So I'm right in the point of the question, of the comments, when I did Nalini's question. And Jake's laughing at the Ace of Wands. Yes. Mixuir had some good suggestions. Okay. Mixuir, say hi to Zuri. Zuri, say hi to Mixuir. Very good. Okay. Angelic Michelle, thank you so much for helping out with the super sticker. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. All right. I've stepped away from my relationship with A because it felt like space was needed. I didn't say anything. I just kept to myself. I haven't heard from him. Was this the correct action at this time? I think it was. And I think the fact that you haven't heard from him really confirms this. But then there's a larger question, isn't there? Which is like, well, will there be some further connection? Will there be some further relationship? Will that happen? And I feel like you would also have to initiate it. There is something about him. He's not a great initiator. So is there a time either now or later to try to reconnect? Not now, not immediately, but the time is coming. There will be a time to reconnect. You'll know when it is. How will you know when it is? You'll just know. It'll happen. Okay. Lola, the funny bunny. Nice to see you. Hi. I have a rocky relationship with my mother, but lately she's been weirdly nice. She even hugged me. Oh my gosh, scary. I want to know what's going on. Fair. I think your mother knows she hasn't been a great mother and is trying to be a better mother. I think she's feeling her years. She's feeling her need for you. And this isn't really about apologizing. It is about trying to shore things up. It's about her wanting a better relationship with you. And it does come from her heart. We have to recognize she is limited. She is limited in what she can do and the way she can do it. So I would say you have to have good boundaries with her, but you could cautiously welcome this, but recognize it's not growth. It is her trying to do better in a performative way. But even that isn't bad. Okay. Laura Woods, really need financial to improve, truly struggling. Will things improve and soon? You are going to have to do something. This is going to require your action, Laura. If you wait for things to improve, they're not going to. You have to do something to improve them. Be creative, find solutions. You can do that, and that will cause the improvement you need. Yes, sir. That's the Christiana we know and love. She will always tell it to you straight. Yep. Michelle, thank you. They're both emotionally constipated. Bro's useless because flight is his trauma response, as our dynamic has always been this way. I'm the parent. I'm so sorry. And Kristen's loving emotionally constipated. Yeah, I get it for sure. For sure. Michelle, I am so sorry. Mix you or Michelle. I am so sorry that I had to be that intense on it, but yeah, it's the right thing. And we are all sending you love and strength. Okay. Fernando, I've been thinking about starting a tarot business as a side hustle. Is this a good idea? Hey, you did great with your English. You did better than most English speakers. Well done. Well done. All right. Let's see. Is it a good idea at this time to start a tarot business? Yes, it's a fabulous idea, my friend. Do it with the idea of helping people. Do it with the idea of learning and growing. Do not expect money from it right away, but I think it will be successful. All systems go, my friend. Go for it. Okay, Katie Kondo, my good friend. Messages from my paternal grandmother. And thank you again for the very generous super chat. And thank you for being a member here, Katie. We really appreciate you. All right. Messages from my paternal grandmother. Forgive some of the energies in your family right now that seem to not act in the most loving way. Have forgiveness for that. Recognize that there are generations of ancestral wounding here. Recognize your own strength and your own intelligence. Be patient for the things that are not going your way, because indeed, they will start to go your way. Diana Price, what deck is this? This is Spiral Tarot, one of my favorites. Okay, Marion Newberry, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Should I get organized or bask in the chaos? There are pros in both approaches, so I'm wondering if I should lean more toward one or the other at this time. I love that question. It's a question I'm asking in my own life all the time. So for now, because it can always change, for now, get organized, bask in the chaos. Maybe it's a little of both this time around, that there are some things that should be more organized and some things that don't have to be. And I think sometimes you can take an all or nothing approach. So everything has to be organized or nothing is. And I think some things do and some things don't. Figure out which is which. Okay. Ashley, nice to see you. And I just overscrolled. Now I have to go back and find you. Here we are. I would like to know if my ancestors have a message for me. Let's take a look. Ashley, your ancestors want you to know that there are some ways you need to begin again, that there are some ways you need renewed hope, renewed well-being, a renewed sense of trying. Do not be afraid to try again. Whatever it is that hasn't gone your way, if you try again, it will. Aria Wilson, happy to see you. How can I feel more confident? By stop giving in to dark imaginings, by changing your internal self-talk. You talk yourself out of confidence, you could talk yourself into it. Seriously. Oh, Michelle, I just messaged my dad again with a resource for home care to call about on Monday. There you go. There you go. Kim Case, so happy to see you. Thank you for being a member here. Should I do the feather or the butterfly? What a great question. Let's take a look. The butterfly. This time around, it's the butterfly. Okay, Katie, we got to your question. Yay, thank you for the reminder. La Morena, nice to see you. In the country, will I be able to establish my own business? And the answer is yes, 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 with great success. Make it happen. Bring in the help you need. Do it. You can do this, I promise. Nesty, it's the last week of school, but it's a frustrating situation. I can see it stretching out or coming back at us next year. Yeah, I have a feeling that you should try to hop on this during summer vacations to avoid that. Okay, JL Woods. I hear someone calling my name and no one is in the room. What can this mean? You know, different things at different times for different people, but for you, I think it is your own higher self reaching out to you, trying to get your attention. I think it is about some healing that you're trying to do in your own life, recognizing the need for personal healing in your life. Okay, Kim Case. Belinda wants to know if Monday's smooth sailing for the twins' birth. Oh my gosh, hallelujah. So excited for you. Oh my gosh. And it's Monday. Let's see. How will that go? You know, it's not the easiest process, and it's not going to be the easiest process. Are you planning on a C-section, or are they going to induce? I feel like it will not necessarily be the easiest, but the outcome will be fine. So have faith. It'll be okay. Okay. La Morena, this is the Saturday Psychic Sampler. You got to ask a specific question. All right. So now, from my perspective, I have answered every question here. If I accidentally missed you, please reiterate. I do apologize. I'm going to wait for La Morena and anyone else who wants to put a specific question in there. One question per person, please. Lua Q? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Should I pick the Japanese or the French? Which will bring me more personal satisfaction? The Japanese or the French? By all means, the Japanese, without question, without question. White Magic Witch, when will unblock me? Hard to say. Probably will happen, but hard to say. Maybe another 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe it's time for you to hang out with people who haven't blocked you. Seriously. All right, my friends. Special thanks to those who helped out with super chats and super stickers. Special thanks to our members. Thanks to everyone. Please like this video. The more likes I get, the better it is for me. These are our final opportunities to ask a very specific question. Please do so at this time. I want to remind those of you who are local that we have our Palm City Tarot meetup tomorrow, 4 p.m. at Panera Bread in Palm City. Hope to see you there. In the description is my link tree and also my phone number. Please feel free to check out my link tree and do reach out. I will have the July schedule up very, very quickly. And members, remember we have a members only class coming up on the 30th. Make sure you check that out. My friends, I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience with me while I was away. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Here it is, the question from La Morena. A new potential gig with a friend. Is it a good idea? It needs some fleshing out. It needs some fleshing out. I think the idea as it sits is not yet complete. The idea is good, though. It's a good seed. It needs to germinate. Flesh it out. Make it work. Bring it forward. Put the energy into it. At that point, yes, it is indeed a very good idea. Baby Cake, so nice to see you. When should I start looking for my new relationship? I am tired and I don't have energy to do that. Well, I think right now just keep your mind and your heart and your eyes open and it might find you. You don't have to be going through the swiping right and left right now. Right now, pay attention to your friends, pay attention to creativity, pay attention to your own healing. Okay, and Kim Case. So Belinda, yes, it is a C-section. That's good. I'm glad it's a C-section. I think that's the right thing. I think there may, like as far as just recovery from the C-section, may take a couple of weeks. The babies, baby A, baby B, they're gonna be different one from another. But I think all will be well. I think it'll be good. All right, my friends. I want to thank you all so very much. Look forward to seeing you soon. Please like this video and please share this channel with your friends who are into this kind of stuff. The more people we have here, the better. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.